it on, you'll help raise awareness for heart disease and stroke. Since my cardiac arrest, I've had 2 more children. I've watched all 3 of my children grow into adulthood. I'm gonna cry. Now, graduate from college. My daughter got
I didn't make it. Thanks to people like you and the American Heart Association, my family never had to see this video. I was a healthy 47-year-old, no symptoms. But then my doctor discovered I had a bad heart valve that was beyond repair. The scariest day of my life was when I was sitting on a gurney as I looked and my wife was at my side. And my kids had me surrounded. Deep down, you know, this could be it. This could be all there is.
Not having him around for Riley to grow up with and have that papa figure in his life, that would have been hard.
This little for just $19 a month. When you do, you'll help fund the next medical breakthrough that could save your life or the life of someone you love. You'll also provide life-saving CPR training and help certify hospitals to give the best care to those who have had a heart attack or stroke. When you give $19 a month, we'll send you a t-shirt just like this one. From the moment you put it on, you'll help raise awareness for heart disease and stroke. Since my surgery, I had a son get married. I had a daughter graduate high school. I had another daughter give.
Will make a difference through prevention, early detection, treatments, and cures that help save lives.
I am very thankful for the American Heart Association. I'm grateful for just every day that I get with my children.
Please go to helpheart.org or call now with your donation of just $19 a month. Join our community of monthly donors, and you'll get this limited edition t-shirt you can wear to show you're helping save lives.
One simple act today can save your life or the life of a
Iraq and neighboring Syria. Those strikes were in retaliation for an attack at the end of January on a base in Jordan that killed 3 U.S. soldiers. U.S. and allied troops have been attacked more than 165 times in the Middle East since mid-October in a campaign waged by armed groups angered by U.S. support for Israel in the war in Gaza. The United States considers KATX Hezbollah a terrorist group, and officials in Washington had said they believed the group was behind the Jordan attack. At the end of January, the group said it was suspending its attacks against U.S. forces. The Hashd al-Shaabi has said that 16 of its fighters were killed in last U.S. strikes and 36 people wounded. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights War Monitor said at least 23 pro-Iranian fighters were killed in Syria. Targeting the Hashd al-Shaabi is playing with fire.
A Hamas source said the proposed new truce calls for a 6-week pause, fighting and a hostage prisoner exchange, as well as more aid for Gaza, but negotiations have continued since. The health ministry said that 2 Palestinians had been killed when Israeli troops surrounded the house of a wanted man in Nur Shams camp near Tulkarem in the northern occupied West Bank. For now, the war, which entered its 5th month, raged on unabated in Hamas. Have turned violent as protesters clashed with police, and at least 2 people were shot and killed in the unrest. According to an agreement concluded in December 2022 following the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse a year earlier, Henry was supposed to hold elections and then cede power to newly elected officials on February 7, 2024.
make sure that if you have any questions whatsoever, they get answered. Not yet, I'm not done. The only thing you gotta remember is this. If you ask me a question that I don't know the answer to, trust me, I'm gonna make something up. You ain't gonna know different. I'm that good. I was born and bred in Appalachia. That's how you say it, Appalachia. Like I'm going to throw an Appalachia. I want you to have a good ride today. Anything I can do to make your ride better, all you gotta do is ask. I can't make it no better, but you're gonna feel better for asking. So y'all rear back and enjoy yourselves. I will be back and forth through the train ride today, telling you stories about my people, my mountains. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Crossing over the Tuckasegee River, we come to the first of 3 railroad trestles we will encounter during our trip.
You're on the new rail line now. The old rail line was up there on the other side of the Tuckasegee River. They moved it down here in 1943. The reason they had to move it was because they built a dam. The dam made a lake. The lake flooded the old rail line. So they had to move it down here. They started in March of 1943. They were finished in June of 1944. They shifted the whole rail line from up there down here. They could not use any steel. They had to use existing steel. That meant they had to pull the rails, rail spikes, and rail plates, and the railroad ties from up there and put them down here. They did it in just over a year.
People enjoy the scenery as we make our way through the countryside. At the Alarka exit of Highway 74, the Great Smoky Mountains Expressway, we follow Alarka Creek on down to Fontana Lake. The Putman-Haller trestle is the smallest of the 3 trestles we will cross. Since it has no side rails, you wouldn't even know you passed over it until you look down and see the road below. At the point where Alarka Creek empties into the Fontana Lake, we can see the Alarka boat dock below.
Coming up is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and Cleveland's
individuals that are getting every square mile of Montana Lake is completely green.
The Fontana Trestle is the longest of the three trestles we cross over. At the point where the Little Tennessee River empties into the Fontana Lake, we can see the Almond Boat Dock. Just past the Almond Boat Dock, we travel under Highway 28 and then past the old Almond Train Depot. As we travel around this long curve, you can see the steam engine far ahead.
Good morning, Central Texas. Chief Forecaster David here with a first alert weather update. Here's what we're tracking for you this morning. More clouds, breezy, and warmer conditions. Scattered rain Friday night to Sunday. Not a complete washout. Cooler weather ahead for Monday. So looking ahead today, tomorrow, more clouds, temperatures in the 70s. Friday through Sunday, scattered rain, isolated storms. Outdoors for the Super Bowl. May want to have a backup plan due to it being just a bit wet outside once the rain is over with for the kickoff of the Super Bowl here in Central and South Texas. Alerting into the weekend rain. Rain is likely this weekend. We're going to be at 65 for Saturday, 69 for Sunday with a 70% rain chance. Here at 7:55 in the morning, rain towards Gonzales and LaGrange right now. No alerts across the area. Here's your 7 days, 74 for tomorrow, mid-60s for the weekend, and upper 60s, storms and rain. Nothing severe at this time. 50s by Monday, and then mid to upper 60s as we start and close next week.
Gorge.
Good morning, Central Texas. Chief Forecaster David here with a first alert weather update. Here's what we're tracking for you this morning. More clouds, breezy and warmer conditions. Scattered rain Friday night into Sunday. Not a complete washout. Cooler weather ahead for Monday. So looking ahead today, tomorrow, more clouds. Temperatures in the 70s. Friday through Sunday, scattered rain, isolated storms. Outdoors for the Super Bowl. They won't have a backup plan due to it being just a bit wet outside. Once the rain is over
the
with
Nantahala
for the
Outdoor
kickoff
Center.
of the Super Bowl
We
here
will be
in Central
stopping
and South
here
Texas.
on our return trip.
Alerting into the weekend rain. Rain is likely this weekend. We're going to be at 65 for Saturday, 69 for Sunday, with a 70% rain chance. Here at 7:55 in the morning, rain towards Gonzales and LaGrange right now. No alerts across the area. Here's your 7 days, 74 for tomorrow, mid-60s for the weekend, and upper 60s, storms and rain. Nothing severe at this time. 50s by Monday, and then mid to upper 60s as we start and close next week.
As we travel on upstream, we see plenty of rafters run in the river. Soon we passed by the Nantahala Tout.
Good
and
morning,
Limestone
Central
Company,
Texas. Chief
the
Forecaster
oldest
David here
continually
with
operated
a first alert
rock
weather
quarry in North
update. Here's
Carolina,
what we're tracking for you this
dating back
morning.
to
More clouds,
1890.
breezy and warmer conditions. Scattered rain Friday night to Sunday. Not a complete washout. Cooler weather ahead for Monday. So looking ahead today, tomorrow, more clouds. Temperatures in the 70s. Friday through Sunday, scattered rain,
As we start
isolated
slowing
storms.
down,
Outdoors
we
for the
come to
Super
the
Bowl.
end
They
of the
won't have a
line
backup plan
near
due
Topton,
to it being
North
just a
Carolina.
bit wet outside. Once the rain is over with for the kickoff
On the
of the
return
Super Bowl
trip,
here in
we are
Central and
pulled
South
back to
Texas.
Bryson City by
Alerting into
diesel
the
locomotives.
weekend rain. Rain is likely this weekend. We're going to be at 65 for Saturday, 69 for Sunday, with a 70% rain chance. Here at 7:55 in the morning, rain towards Gonzales and LaGrange right now. No alerts across the area. Here's your 7 days, 74 for tomorrow, mid-60s for the weekend, and upper 60s, storms and
Although
rain.
the
Nothing
Nantahala
severe at this
Outdoor
time.
Center is best
50s
known
by
for
Monday,
rafting
and then
and
mid to upper
kayaking
60s as we
excursions. There's also
start and
other
close
activities
next
such as
week.
zip line tours and mountain biking. At the Outdoor Center there are shops and restaurants, along with hotel and cabin rentals.
Okay, it's back on the train and we're headed back to Bryson City on the return trip.
We travel back down the Nantahala River to Fontana Lake, back past the Almond Train Depot, past the Almond Boat Dock, across the Fontana Lake Trestle, go by Fontana Lake and up Alarka Creek, cross the Pittman Holler Trestle, through the countryside, back across the Tuckasegee River, and finally we slowly pull back into Bryson City.
That's where Anthony's is, right? Right.
Okay, that's it for today's show. Back at Bryson City Depot. Hope you had a nice trip. Join us again for the next Smoky Mountain Hillbillies Road. Thanks for watching.
The preservation of wild turkeys is a great example of American conservation in action. A great symbol of the American wilderness, this species was nearly hunted to extinction a century ago. Just a few decades ago, seeing wild turkeys within Great Smoky Mountains National Park was a rare occurrence. In fact, the GSMA's Birds of the Smokies guidebook, written in 1991, stated that spotting a turkey was an uncommon experience. Fast forward 2 decades later, and now seeing wild turkeys throughout the park is quite common. In fact, this year many people were seeing large flocks of wild turkeys along the roadways and in the fields of Cades Cove, prompting many to believe that the population had exploded. So we asked Bill Stiver, wildlife biologist at Great Smoky Mountains National Park, to provide an insight to the turkey population. And this is what he had to say.
And we don't have any acorns, and the turkeys are feeding along the side of the road much more than they would if we had acorns back in the forest. I'm not sure if it's any different. I just think they're more visible because of the food source.
So there you have it. While the population is holding steady, the reason for the increase is that wild turkeys are foraging on grasses, grubs, and insects commonly found along
Behind me you can hear the sound of what the Native Americans call wapiti. That is the elk. Wapiti means light-colored deer. We're just outside of Cherokee, just outside of the Mountain Farm Museum. And at this time of year, out here at about dusk, you can see what's called a gang of elk in different spots. They grow to be about 9.5 feet tall, including their antlers. And at one time, they were actually hunted down to only about 50,000 in North America. They've come back. There's over 1 million of them now. And in this area, you can come out and see them, either in the dawn hours, or the dusk hours. They're the elk of the Cherokee area. The Great Smoky Mountains TV is featuring them right now for you. In the fall, the elk get together for what is called the rut. It is their mating season. And then later on in the spring, they'll have their calves. But this is something you got to see if you're in the Great Smoky Mountains area, just outside of Cherokee in the Mountain Farm Museum.
Good morning, Central Texas. Chief Forecaster David here with a first alert weather update. Here's what we're tracking for you this morning. More clouds, breezy, and warmer conditions. Scattered rain Friday night to Sunday. Not a complete washout. Cooler weather ahead for Monday. So looking ahead today, tomorrow, more clouds, temperatures in the 70s. Friday through Sunday, scattered rain, isolated storms. Outdoors for the Super Bowl. May want to have a backup plan due to it being just a bit wet outside once the rain is over with for the kickoff of the Super Bowl here in Central and South Texas. Alerting into the weekend rain. Rain is likely this weekend. We're going to be at 65 for Saturday, 69 for Sunday with a 70% rain chance. Here at 7:55 in the morning, rain towards Gonzales and LaGrange right now. No alerts across the area. Here's your 7 days, 74 for tomorrow, mid-60s for the weekend, and upper 60s, storms and rain. Nothing severe at this time. 50s by Monday, and then mid to upper 60s as we start and close next week.
Did you know that Great Smoky Mountains National Park is home to over 1,500 bears? This is one of the largest protected areas in the East where bears can live in a wild, natural habitat. I'm Park Ranger Will James, and we need your help to keep bears wild. We have roughly 11 million visitors.
Provides you with all the services related to buying a property in Turkey. Firstly, we contact you to find out the details of the property you want to buy, and then we start sending you the offers from the construction companies. We set up field tours to get to know the projects closely and the areas in which they are located. During our field trips, we secure special offers from construction companies. Our team provides legal assistance related to the purchase of the property, such as opening bank accounts, extracting the tax number, issuing residency, extracting the title deeds, and following up on citizenship applications. Our services continue after buying the property through our team responsible for property management, such as furnishing and renting apartments, paying bills, and attending meetings with complex administration. For more information about our services, contact us now.
Willkommen beim verrücktesten Wettangebot Deutschlands. Du wettest gern legal und sicher? Am liebsten schon ab €1. Als Vorspiel gibt's 5 € gratis für deine Anmeldung. Crazy Buzzer, dein Buzzer, dein Moment.
Können Sie sehen, wie verängstigt dieses Mädchen ist? Marie ist erst 10 Jahre alt und wird gezwungen, einen erwachsenen Mann zu heiraten.
info@newsoftheworld.us.
Group in charge of military affairs in Syria, a member of the pro-Iran Iraqi group,
Here with a first alert weather update. Here's what we're tracking for you this morning. More clouds, breezy, and warmer conditions. Scattered rain Friday night to Sunday. Not a complete washout. Cooler weather ahead for Monday. So looking ahead today, tomorrow, more clouds, temperatures in the 70s. Friday through Sunday, scattered rain, isolated storms. Outdoors for the Super Bowl. May want to have a backup plan due to it being just a bit wet outside once the rain is over with for the kickoff of the Super Bowl here in Central and South Texas. Alerting into the weekend rain. Rain is likely this weekend. We're going to be at 65 for Saturday, 69 for Sunday with a 70% rain chance. Here at 7:55 in the morning, rain towards Gonzales and LaGrange right now. No alerts across the area. Here's your 7 days, 74 for tomorrow, mid-60s for the weekend, and upper 60s storms and rain. Nothing severe at this time. 50s by Monday, and then mid to upper 60s as we start and close next week.
Palestinian police officers have been brought in to secure support of Hamas, triggering counterattacks by Israel and the United States and its partners. The Israeli army said its fighter jets had also targeted Hezbollah bases near Marwahin and Mais el Jabal in southern Lebanon.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dismissed Hamas's demand for a ceasefire and ordered troops to prepare to move on the city of Rafah in Gaza far south, where more than 1 million Palestinians have sought refuge. Netanyahu had told a televised briefing that he had ordered troops to prepare to operate in Rafah and that a total victory by Israel over Hamas was just months away. But he warned that accepting the Palestinian militant group's bizarre demands for a ceasefire would not lead to the return of hostages, charging that it will only invite another massacre. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, speaking in Tel Aviv hours after meeting Netanyahu, said he still saw space for agreement to be reached and that he had warned the Israeli leader against actions and talk that inflame tension.